friends and every neighbour. Love the life you choose at Summerset Retirement Villages.
Hello and welcome to this coverage of the 72nd National Open and Masters Indoor Bowls Championships being held at the Te Rauparaha Arena in Porirua. My name is Alex Reid. I'm joined here in commentary by Terry Blackburn and whatever your name is. What's your name?
Matthew Foster.
Matthew Foster. That's brilliant. And we're watching two Fours teams who are 8 club members from Hutt Valley take on each other. Brett Holden's team and Shelley Jacobs' team.
It was only a few days ago that there was an all Hutt Valley final in the singles. We saw Marcus Trillin against Caleb Hope, and now of course we're back to an all Hutt Valley final with Brett Holden against Shelley Jacobs. And what a last bowl from Shelley Jacobs we've just seen to get past Ashley Diamond.
Oh, incredible. Great shot. And a great win there. And Kevin Crichton right on top, playing his wife at lead.
Yes, I did notice that matchup. I thought that would be really interesting. Both of them have been playing some really steady bowls this week, and together they went to the playoff for the Bob Malcolm Memorial Trophy, but they dipped out to Frank and Sharon McKenna.
Yeah, you would think that there's going to be a happy enough household there, isn't there, at the end of this final?
I think so. Mixed emotions, eh?
You'll be happy, yeah, they'll be happy enough.
Of course, over in the Masters final, we have Barry Clements against Warren Gibb. Yep, Matthew Foster, he's been cheering on the Poverty Bay team all semi-final, making some noise.
Definitely, they're going good.
They had a really good comeback against Hawke's Bay, Bruce Dalton. Bruce Dalton's had a fantastic week. He didn't play the singles, but he got runner-up in the pairs, semi-final of the triples and semi-final of the fours, so he's pretty happy with that. Of course, he was looking for the gold, but yeah, he'll take it.
I'll be with you in a second. I'm just letting people know that this is on.
Not the best bowl by Lisa White just there, but it's been fantastic to see her back in the indoor scene.
Yeah, great to see. You know, Lisa's one of the Johns nationals that we have. She's played for both New Zealand and both indoor bowls and outdoor bowls. More known for outdoor exploits nowadays, but hopefully this may be the start of a comeback. And we've seen a few outdoor bowlers sort of turn up and go well at this national championships. We've seen Caleb Hope, who made the semi-final of the fours, final of the singles. Ray Martin beat me in the singles. Bastard. But just good to see, really. It's just good to see. Good to see some people taking both codes seriously enough. And a good start here from Blue.
Absolutely. And I believe Lisa was actually not super last minute, but a last minute fill-in for Joseph Zeno. So she's more than doing her job, and it's always great when you make a final.
Oh, for sure. As we see Gary Morgan on his backhand, his first bowl. Good shot. Like, it's not stressy yet for Orange, but that was certainly a helpful bowl there, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a nice second shot there. They'll be looking for position next time. But Denise has played some really good draw bowls at 3 just to shut the opposition out, and here she comes again.
On fire. What a bowl there from Denise Clarkson. Won this title before. Maybe last time it was at Porirua, I think. I'll have a look in the book.
You could be right.
Imagine if I am.
Would she have been playing 2 that year?
No, it wasn't.
What year did they win, though?
Timaru, 2009. Zeno skipped. Corrie, 3. Denise Clarkson, 2. And John Zeno led.
What I do remember, I remember watching that final, and I just loved watching Denise because she just smiled no matter what the whole way through. And I think that's a really cool way to be. You can see her in the background already having a smile.
Great bowler. It's Gary looking to bog on that one. Good shot.
Not a bad effort.
Good shot. Sat there for 3rd or 4th, but in a good position.
Brett's got a couple of options here. Do you think he'll just go around the back? Or do you think he'll sort of change the angles, draw down into that split?
No, in my head he's going around the back, and if he's tight on, see that orange that sits there at 10 o'clock on the screen?
Yep.
If he's narrow on the big swing, the way he's playing to get to the middle of the square is enough to actually be fine. So you got 2 options there. It's probably slightly narrower than he wanted to be. Hasn't ruined anything. Shelley Jacobs. Oh, it's interesting because there's not much position. What do you do, Matthew? What's your call?
First one, you could come around the back, or if she wants to change the head with her first bowl and have a chance with her last, she could be under that short blue there.
Yep. Looking for a bit of jack movement.
Yeah, she's going for that under the blue.
On the forehand, little feather.
Little rub.
Good shot there from Shelley Jacobs. Great bowler. Had a lot of success over a long period of time with Shelley. She's played in a few different centres, been on the indoor scene for probably the best part of 20 years, I would say.
We talked, can't remember which game it was this week, but how Otago has produced a number of really good bowlers. And is that where Shelley Jacobs?
She's played at Otago before. I'm not sure where she first played, but been in the South Island and the North Island team on and off for the best part of 25 years.
And she's just recently been named as the women's skip of the North Island Fours, so I think this is a really good showing for Shelley. We know that she can do it, and this is a good example. Do you think she'll be coming down that split there? She could pop off one. If she gets it clean enough, she might follow through.
Unsure.
She could just be drawing right around.
I'd be afraid of too much jack movement is all. I'd be scared of too much jack movement.
The slide.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. Two blue though, so that's a reasonable start there for Brett Holden's team. Must be an interesting dynamic for these players if 8 of them are club mates. That's an interesting dynamic in a fours final, isn't it?
Yep. No doubt they know each other's games really well. And they're a really cool bunch, the Hutt Valley lot. You know, they often go away together for tournaments, and the way they choose their teams is they often draw it out of a hat. So I love that they can all sort of play with each other, no matter what combination of people or positions, and they tend to go really well.
As we see Kevin Crichton on his forehand. He's let it go. Good start.
Kevin, he won the Catherine Smith Trophy for the senior going the furthest in the singles this year.
Yes, he did.
So he's had a pretty good nationals.
Sen Smith, the first person to win a gold star. He had 5 fours titles. 4 at skip and 1 at lead in 1980 whenever Peter Bowden won the fours.
I thought Nigel Warner's had a chance at that this year. He's known for his fours skipping at the nationals. Played lead for Ashley Diamond today. I said, how are you going at lead, Nigel? And he said, oh, it's a bit different.
Fair enough.
Not sure if he was a fan or not, but he certainly did his job. Kevin's got 2 handy.
On the forehand. It's family battle here. Good bowls. Better leading there from Orange.
You reckon she's got bragging rights for that end?
I think so. So we see Lisa White on the backhand. She had a replayed match on the New Zealand Indoor Bowls Facebook page the other day, did Lisa White, when she played Monica Corn for New Zealand in Balclutha in 2011. I think she won that medal by 1 end. As we see.
Oh, shot, Katie.
Good shot there.
That speed was perfect for the shot.
Unbelievable. So we see Lisa White on the backhand again.
She's got a good weight for the shot.
Half a chance here from Lisa White. What a bowl. Great shot. Great shot. Is it Helen Burnley's daughter?
Yes, she was in juniors around the same time we were, Alex.
Was she?
Yeah. Yep,
oh,
she
cool.
was. In fact, Jeremy Markham was just reliving, I think she must have put him out in the secondary school singles something.
Oh, that's cool. It's good to see people playing.
Yep, she's always been there or thereabouts. Very capable. Not sure. I think she's playing a lot more in these last couple of years than what she has been. I think she may have had a little bit of a break.
Oh, it's good to see, and a good shot there from Denise Clarkson. Absolutely on form as we see Gary get down on his forehand. I like his little pusher-upper. I wonder who made that.
That's quite cool.
It is, eh?
Gary's another one that's come from Otago, I think.
Was he Otago first?
I believe so.
Gary here on the forehand.
If he's right around it.
What a bowl that was. Great shot. You see these players. They know they're on a national fours final. You never when you're going to make another one, do you? You know, you make one final, so they'll be trying their little hearts out to win the 72nd National Open Fours title. As Denise.
There's a lot of first national titles up for grabs this final, which is always cool to see. Obviously, we talked about Denise. She's already got one.
Yep.
But aside from that, Shelley's got one too.
Brett Holden's won a couple of Catholic nationals, but hasn't tasted success in the Open one yet. So we see Gary here. He let that go absolutely beautiful. I think this is close.
Here comes a swing.
Great shot there. Good bowl. Unfortunately, given it a little bit of a shoulder. Well, unfortunately for Orange, a bit of a shoulder there.
Yep, Brett will be able to play this with a little bit more confidence. Having those 2 oranges there as a plan B.
On the forehand, her old-fashioned delivery is Brett.
Has he got the green for it? Is it going to hold enough?
Great shot
Yep.
there.
Might
We
be
could
good
bowl
enough
it.
for 3.
What's up next, Matthew? What do you do?
Oh, I can't see.
Do you have eyes?
Oh, well. I'll let you
Okay.
know in a second,
Give us
Alex.
your options.
There might have been an option to roll that
Yeah,
orange.
that front blue.
Yeah.
Just looking to set that up 1 roll, sit into the blues.
Yep. I think either blue. I think that front one's ideal, but if she's a touch wide, she might get an okay result.
It's about picking your weight right then, isn't it?
Make it sound easy, Alex.
That's why I'm in the commentary booth as opposed to playing bowls, because of how easy bowls is. And I think, yeah, on the forehand, doesn't matter. Yeah, either of those blues is fine, isn't it? Same weight for both. Shelley's good at these bowls. Got that, I don't know, what do you call it? I was going to call it an ankle brace, but it's for your wrist.
A splint.
Support.
Yeah, wrist support, that'll do.
Oh.
Oh, that was...
That's gone hideously, but also still okay because
Yeah.
there's still that front blue.
Brett and Denise will be aware of that. Yeah, I think Denise is looking at that
Yeah.
shot. This is the one that Shelley will be after. How
Well,
can we stop it?
The concern for Shelley, of course, is you could be 5-0 down after 2, which doesn't sound amazing, whilst not actually being that bad. But it looks like a good enough shot. She can play there. You don't want to miss wide, so Brett opting to play his forehand. A great shirt. Interesting. We spoke about blocks in the other game, and we decided that blocking is more effective when you play it
On the other hand,
on the
across
other
the
hand.
head.
And
Yeah.
we've seen a few not do that.
When
Is it
I
because it's a
first-
big swing on that hand or something?
I mean, when I first started blocking, I did stay the same hand because I knew the line better. I felt more
Shelley
confident.
on the forehand. Close here. Close.
Shot.
What a bowl there from Shelley Jacobs. Great bowl. Brett's thinking, I knew you were going to get that. I knew it. Brilliant.
Maybe if he blocked across the head, you're thinking.
Well, again, I'm in the commentary booth. But it's an interesting one. And then the other question is like, where do you put your block? You know,
How far up?
Oh, yeah,
How
the game we
short?
spoke before, I find it really tempting to put a super short block in, but they can be super ineffective because then you can sometimes create a pathway for your opposition. You know, if you miss a short block, they go, I just go underneath that and I've got it perfect.
Absolutely. I think it depends on the shot, of course, but short but not too short.
Okay, well, that's non-committal, but we'll take it.
It's broad, isn't it? Leave it open.
So we see Crichton too get down on his backhand. Looking a bit nervous. There's Kevin. He's let it go. Came out nice and smooth. Wants it to stay on the mat. Which it has done. Interesting. So that is the most green you can take. So we should keep that in mind later on in the game. He just about went off the side of the mat and he came back to just about be in line with the line on the square. So if the jack's put off centre, that's about where you can draw it to.
Yeah.
The skips will be taking notice of that. Actual players will be.
Marie was watching.
Great shot there. Having a laugh there. Kevin on the backhand. Can you remember who the shield's named after, Terry?
Which shield are we talking?
The Force shield that we just saw glistening in the background?
No.
Neither can I, and I don't think it's in the
Never
book.
won the fours.
Have we written it anywhere?
I'm going to have a look. You keep commentating.
Okie dokie. I don't think it's there.
Did they not put the names of the cups?
Don't think so.
Okay.
So we see Katie on the backhand. Draw a close one.
Do you remember who the singles cup is after?
Frank Harris, I think.
That's the one.
It's interesting. I like that our national trophies are named after important people in the history of indoor bowls. Like Frank Harris, for example, fostered the game in Auckland in the 20s and 30s. Right back, even before the Federation existed, Frank was doing stuff. So we see Katie on the backhand. Fair enough call.
Her stance is very much like Helen's, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sort of that slightly off centre.
Your grip's a bit different.
Yes.
But the start's very similar. Good
Oh,
shot there.
good shot.
What are we going to see here? A big inside out on the backhand, on the big swing, so she's going to have to play.
Lisa's really good at these shots, I reckon. I reckon this is her bread and butter. Commentator's curse.
Great commentary there, Terry. See James Sullivan watching intently. He's been in the commentary booth a little bit this week. Done an okay job. Happy to be mentioned as well. See Gary on the forehand.
That's looking really good.
Great shot there from Gary. Good bowl. How did your fours go, Matthew?
Fours today didn't go great, but
Okay.
we played rather well. We played Ellery in the team, and he just went really good today, and so did his team.
Yeah, they had a good run, didn't they? They put out the lows the round after you.
Yep.
Who got them in the end?
Shelley Jacobs got Ellery in the quarterfinal. Played very well. See Denise on the forehand, bit of a wobble. Maybe an intentional one because it's got it to hold. Oh, no, it's off the end of the mat.
It's on.
Oh, it's on the mat.
Stayed on.
She'd be disappointed with that. I wonder what. I don't know. What?
Nothing. Disappointed that it didn't go off. Disappointed with the bowl. Yes.
Disappointed with the bowl.
Yeah.
As we see Gary line up on his forehand. Let it go, not as good as the first one.
Under.
Needs it to hold. He's willing it to hold. Oh, there's a gap.
there.
I wonder if we'll see Denise be more aggressive here now.
I would like to see her looking to crunch the jack.
Yeah, that's what Brett's saying. Just reaching through here. If
If
she
it-
gets it
if it-
inside out, it's okay.
Yeah, if it dives narrow onto that orange, you got a good second shot.
Giving it a chance. This is giving
Might
it a
even slide
chance.
off.
She's got a chance. Use that one. Great bowl there from
Shots.
Denise Clarkson. Good bowl.
Shelley can play something similar, can't she?
Again, that's not an elephant. As we
She
see.
could almost use that blue as well if she just gets a slight edge. Get them both.
On the forehand. She's close here. She's close here.
Just get it clean.
What a bowl.
Shots.
Shelley Jacobs is on absolute fire. It reminds me of when they won the Peers not that long ago. And where was it? Ashburton. They won the Peers in Ashburton. Just could not miss.
Oh,
Yeah, they just snuck through section play that year and then had a change. They switched to with skipping and leading. I think Shelley said, right, I'm in charge.
oh, it was a great call to make.
And boom, they won, and she just cannot miss, eh? Brett on the forehand as well. Needs it to hold or to swing.
That's not the desired result. I
Didn't,
wonder.
well, it didn't hold or swing, and now we see a front toucher and a back toucher to orange.
I'm not even sure if it's gonna. Is it gonna squeeze if nothing changed
Looks
out
like
to
it.
those blues, or is
Looks
it gonna?
like it's going pretty square back to me.
Yeah.
They'll just be figuring that
Jarring
out for
pretty hard.
themselves. So you're happy to let Brett play something up on the forehand if he wants to try?
That's right. They might chuck one out there just in case, draw to the line. It might
Yeah.
be quite a handy spot. They
No.
might choose to block.
There's no harm, and you're going past here as well, so there's nothing to hit then. That's what Gary's just indicating. Go past the hit on your backhand. Shelley down to play a bowl in a second or two. She's got a push upper as well. What's the technical name for them?
Matthew Foster's. He's probably too young to know.
The pusher-uppers.
I'll probably know soon enough. I'll need one of those.
But what are they called?
Pusher-upper sounds good.
That's a
Good
handy
shot, good shot
spot,
there.
especially if it crunches back, right?
I saw one at the Hillsborough Indoor Bowling Club, which no longer exists, that had a lot of little small spirit and liqueur bottles around the base.
Okay.
Well, that was quite cool.
Empty or full?
They were empty. Perhaps they started full.
Yeah.
As the game goes on, you sort of move on to that. So we see them talk through the options here. There's not a huge amount on. You know, I suppose you're 2 down. It's easier to see the angles when you're at the head. If you're 2 down and there's a shot on to do something, you may as well have a nibble because you're costing yourself an extra one if you kill it. It's whether it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see the head better. I think he's looking for that blue onto the orange to crunch it. Yep. He's close here.
He's very close.
What a bowl. He actually underhit that. He actually didn't hit it hard enough. Oh, what a great effort. And if that orange bowler there, Shelley's, hadn't been there, would it have killed?
I wondered that. I'm not sure.
I think so. Good shot there from Brett Holden, though. We see 1.5.
Would the blue have been there, though? Because she did roll a blue off.
Oh, you're asking too many bowls ago. I can't remember. But a great shot. That was a great shot there from Brett Holden.
Seeing some great bowls early on in this game.
Oh, these teams must have been playing well to get to the stage in the final. And if you look at who they've beaten, a lot of these teams have beaten favoured combinations, I would say. The Crichtons mirroring each other there. As we see a shot of the crowd. Anthony Olay looking absolutely absorbed in the game. As Marie Crichton overthrows the jack by about a mat. And it leads off on the forehand. This is good. This leading off on that Summerset side of the mat. We've seen some leads opt not to do that, and they get caught narrow and short and force everyone else on the big swing. Great first bowl there. Good shot. Kevin opting to play his forehand as well, I would think.
Yeah, just looking to draw past. It's okay if he bumps it, but it's always nice to get that back bowl early on.
Yeah. So we're up to the last event now of this, our Summerset, or our 72nd Summerset Nationals. And I just wanted to quickly talk about how anyone listening or watching the results could get into indoor bowls if you haven't come across indoor bowls before. Luckily for you, we have a website. It's nzindoorbowls.co.nz. And on there, you go there, you can find out some more information on our sport. We've got over 400 clubs scattered all around about 31 or 32 different districts, from the far north right down to Southland.
The deep south.
We used to have a club on Stewart Island, but I don't think there's one there anymore. So over 400 clubs, we're everywhere, and charter clubs as well. It's a good game. It's a extremely low barriers to entry. You know, you're looking at a very affordable membership fee for a club. You don't have to supply any of the equipment. You just have to have soft-soled shoes and preferably clothes to wear. No, it's a great sport to take up. I'd recommend it to anyone, and it's particularly good for a family activity.
Absolutely.
So check out our website and find out some more there.
We often talk about all ages, but it's all abilities as well.
Yep.
You know, whether you're an athlete or, you know, you might have some form of disability. You know, it targets everyone, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. Anyone can play indoor bowls and anyone can enjoy it. It's a great sport. We've got a good diverse range of people. I could wax lyrical about it all day, but we have a final to commentate. So we'll watch Lisa White here on her forehand.
Down to her speed
She's
now.
not too heavy. This is real good. Good shot there. Look how much her bowl swung away. That's incredible. And she got it to move a good foot.
Yep.
To our left after colliding with the shot bowl that was touching. It was quite impressive. So we see Katie on the back end, up and over on that one. Not quite.
Second chance for Lisa here.
Yeah, big opportunity.
She can play a similar speed. Just a touch more green. She'll be right on that orange to roll it through.
It's always good to see, isn't it?
Straight out of the hand, she wasn't a fan.
Be disappointed with that one. It's Gary on the backhand. He is playing some great bowls this final already. Gary Morgan, is it?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's his name.
I've really enjoyed the dynamic between Gary and Shelley as a skip 3 combination. They just seem to work really well.
Huge bowl here from Denise Clark.
One of the reasons they're here in the final.
I mean, look at that.
Oh, she is absolutely on form.
Who is that good at bowls? Incredible. Matt Black is Denise. She got her break in the Tauranga Test match in 2015.
Yep, 2015.
She was called in as a reserve and performed well there and has been on the side ever since.
Yep, and she enjoys what she's called a little promotion to the women's pairs, women's 8-bowl pairs, and the way the pairs are, it's 8-bowl, so 2, 2, 2, 2, so she'll be playing sort of the lead in 3 bowls. She's really looking forward to that, and as we can see here, I think she'll be very good.
Absolutely, very capable. She's gone, got one close, let's get one past.
Her temperament as well is a real credit to her. She always seems quite relaxed and in control.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do it. She's too smiley as well. As we see Denise on her forehand, she clears it and stops. So she's done the first part. Whoop. Oh, just about. You probably needed another 6 inches of mat and she would have been fine. Gary lining up any sort of plant at all. It looked like there was half a chance, didn't it? Like, surely there's something you can hit that does something which moves the bowl. We'll see it. You know, if it's on, Shelley will play it and she'll do a good job of it as well.
Just wondering if there's a little channel through there. There's an orange, or if you're under it, you might get the slide. Bit of an inside out. Hard to know from this angle.
Yeah. They're looking probably at the... we'll see. What colour are they? Orange.
I quite like that split, actually.
Or you could go
Down
for
through
the
the
outside,
spot.
the outside
Yep.
orange.
I
The
do,
shortest
yeah, I like
orange
that
at the
too.
far left. Onto the blue, onto the orange to pop the blue out. Or you go tighter.
I think direct works.
Or you play your backhand to pop it back.
Yep.
She's very close here, is Shelley. Oh,
Just a touch wide. The speed was great.
great
Still
effort
there
from
for
Shelley
if nothing
Jacobs.
changes. Although, I don't know, it's a bit risky here for Brett.
Well, what you have is one blue.
It's the good news.
Yeah.
The bad news?
Oh, you got one blue. And you're 2-all on the fourth end of a 10-end final. You've got last bowl. So anything that the opposition does, you have one bowl's worth of reply. Is there room to draw a bowler on the back end on the big swing?
There is. I think you can just squeeze in there to draw the gap. Obviously, the risk is if you bump the blue.
If it's not touching the jack, that doesn't actually look that difficult.
I think it is touching the jack. Yeah, he's not going to go near it, and that's a fair call.
Yeah, if it is touching the jack, it looks extremely difficult, doesn't it? He's looking for something.
Maybe
Just to
move some
change the
blues
angles around a
across.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
fair cool. And he's blocked it up too, so that's a good shot there.
That's a really good bowl. He changed both shots, really, didn't he?
So Shelley and Gary will have a nosy now. See what's on.
I don't think that orange quite works, eh? I don't think it's going into the split enough. I think it's getting the orange closest to the jack. Might get a piece of the jack to move it over for one, do you think, Matthew?
Maybe, or maybe that middle blue, maybe see it rolling through off onto that outside blue, onto the orange maybe.
Or she could just draw it, pop it back.
Just press through the orange blue out on the right.
I haven't been looking.
That orange to the left of the screen, is that still on, Alex?
That'd be cool.
Harder, but
Well, you could stand up and hit the orange on her furthest left.
Yeah,
See if you could cannon the blue out, but she's opted for the backhand shot, which makes sense.
yeah.
Chances left, right, and centre, really. She needs a square connection with that bowl.
Yeah, it did go past the jack.
Draw
It's
for
hard
two.
to get two.
Fair enough. So we see 1 point there to blue. And we see Brett Holden's team take a 3-2 lead after 3 ends of 10.
After 4 ends of 10.
After 4 ends of 10. Obviously what I said.
We're seeing some pretty similar lengths of the jack. Haven't changed it up too much, have they?
No, and
Which is good.
both of them opting for the Summerset end.
Yeah, it is good to see them sticking to that Summerset side as Kevin plays a good ball there. First one. Roger Bartosh leading the Masters Fours final 4-3 after 4 ends.
Marie putting in that really lovely position. She's been really steady with that all day. Kevin will be looking to get inside that.
And Gary hailing from, excuse me, Timaru originally, according to my sources, who used to play with Ron Marsh and Pat Bonham and Colin Hunter back in the 80s, so an experienced bowler.
He's been in Hutt Valley for a few years now, I think. Slotted into that group really nicely. Lisa gets the turn, she'll be inside the orange, into a really good spot.
Katie Burney on the backhand. Good, nice tight head developing here from all the bowlers. Good head of fours building. And chance here for Lisa. She would be earring past rather than straight on it, wouldn't she?
Back toucher.
Yeah, let it go nice. Past is fine. Middle of the square. Nah. Well, it was nearly good.
I don't mind it there.
As we see Katie on the back end. Needs it to hold. Just underplayed that one. Disappointing bowl. But forced the rest of the head to be on the backhand side. She's fallen shy in that forehand or the side towards the grandstand. So well, most of the other bowls we'll probably see on the backhand now. Denise lining herself up. That's interesting.
What's that?
Oh, she's looking up when she lets go for bowl.
Oh, I'll look next time.
And in line. We're sort of taught in indoor to look down when you let go of the bowl.
I sort of look at the bowl, and then as it leaves my hand, I'm looking at the bowl.
Yeah,
Is that what you
my
do?
head's down. I look at the square.
At the square.
Or down somewhere. I don't know. I look
Nah.
down and then I let go of the bowl and then I look up. In an outdoor, if I'm playing well, I end up being a blind bowler. I look down and let go of the bowl. So we see Denise here on the back end. She's down, up, down, up. Look at that. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Never noticed it. And now she has a chat.
Lovely line twice there from Denise Clarkson. See Gary get down on the backhand. Let it go reasonably well.
Oh,
Good shot
great
there from Gary.
shot.
Good bowl. Gave that bowl a real chance of being effective, and it was.
Yep, first sign of action we saw all end, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we saw a lot of effective bowls from the leads and twos. Just putting bowls in nice position. Good shot there from Gary.
Brett
Brett
do
doing a
something,
similar thing, do you think?
Yeah, something similar. I'm not sure if he'll be able to have that same sort of weight with that front orange slightly in the way. If he sneaks past it, he's close. Oh, he did. He just got the
Great
edge.
shot.
If Shelley drew to the point of that front orange, closest to the jack, I think that would be a really handy spot. Make it pretty hard for Brett. They've got the position there too. His same shot still on. Now there's no front orange in the way.
Yep.
Will he
Yep.
look to just sort of overdraw it to pinch it? If
you could dig down enough on your backhand, you can just about squeeze the jack out to the right. You know, you punch that orange through the split, squeeze the jack out to the right, it's great. That's almost a better shot because then you guarantee you're only going to be dropping a 1 if the jack's out to the right. So we see Brett on the backhand, giving himself half a chance here. This is very close.
He's got it.
Great ball there from Brett.
Is that 3 blue?
Perfect weight. That was perfect weight because if he'd been tighter, it's still working. You know.
Yep.
Perfect weight for that 2-bowl target. Great bowl.
Over in the Masters, Tauranga leads 4-3, played 4. Over Poverty Bay's Warren Gibbs.
Chance here for a 3, guys. I'll see Shelley play with good weight onto that front orange, punch it through the split. Half a chance. Let's see if it gets down enough. Is it going to get down enough?
Oh, little kickback from that back orange.
Stuff
Might have
is
drawn
happening
onto
left, right
it.
and centre. I don't think it was enough. I reckon that's 2 blue there. 2 blue. So we see a 5-2 lead now to Brett Holden over Shelley Jacobs. Right. 5-2 after 5 ends. Great shot we saw there from Brett Holden.
Shelley wasn't far away with her one. I actually thought she'd had it.
Yeah, it was a great effort. Great effort. So I believe it'll be interesting. So Gary won the South Island Fours and Pairs in the same year, apparently, in 1996.
Okay.
I wonder if he wins the National Fours, if that will equal or trump what was obviously a very good weekend for him. About 25, how long ago is not, how old am I? About 25 years ago.
Yes. That's the really cool thing about bowls is that you can achieve some really great things, back whenever, and then fast forward 20 years and you're back in that same sort of winning circle.
You can still be competitive.
Yeah, how often can you say that in sport?
It's brilliant. At the same time as having new blood come through, you know. Like we see with you, Matthew, you know, your debut in the North Island team, and also it's like with your first nationals, you've been out in about 4 or 5 years and got lots of good results. You know, you weren't alive when Gary won the South Island Pairs and Fours, but how good that you can compete on an even footing with people like that. He nodded his head for those at home. He was agreeing with me. So we see Murray Crichton on her forehand here. Nice line down to the weight. This has got to be close. Great bowls.
She's bowling really well, Marie. Even, I think it was Kevin Boothby that won the singles, national singles in 1972.
1970 something.
1972, and I'm sure 40 years later he was back in the final. And again, you just don't get that in other sports.
He won the national singles in Invercargill in the early 70s and made the final again in Invercargill in 2012. It's fair effort. So we see Katie Burnley on the forehand. Good line.
Would you look to draw close here, or are you looking to dig it out already?
Go for a nibble, I reckon.
Just draw close. Katie Burnley will be looking to do the same. If she just sort of gets that under half of it, it'll be sitting pretty. Not sure about the green.
Had that one. Reasonable weight. Had enough weight to get away with it. And the orange is still looking like the better head at the moment, even though they do have the shot. I think we're going to see Denise on the back end. You know, narrow would not be ideal in this situation.
She won't be narrow. She found the gap. Almost. That's pretty good.
Good shot there from Denise Clarkson. How's the orange looking?
Is that coming off the blue? I suppose it depends.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be ideal. You don't want it going through onto Jack.
She's calling Gary to do the...
Yeah, I think if you just roll through that shot blue.
Probably makes more sense to play it on your forehand.
Oh, bat pass is good if it stops.
So that weight he played was quite reasonable because he would have rolled the blue sort
Absolutely.
of into the square and followed it on himself.
If I were Brett and Denise, I'd be on that Summerset side, just drawing that blue around. Although it looks she's on the backhand. Oh, it's going to get into a pretty good spot if she's past it.
I think it's gone okay. Now, surely you're looking at the orange. Or, actually, either, to be fair.
Yep.
Either.
I think, who's playing it? Is it Shelley or Gary? Gary. I would just be looking the same shot he did last time, except narrower, basically.
Yeah, that works.
If it swings onto the jack, bonus. Otherwise, that blue's pretty good. Just replace it. Thoughts, Matthew?
Yeah, I'd probably just be drawing there. He was close with his last one. Probably had good weight as well to roll that blue through.
Adjust the line, you reckon, and he'll be away?
Yep, just needs to be a bit tighter
Oh,
there.
they're looking at the orange now, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I called it 10 minutes ago.
Huh.
I was probably wrong. I'm not sure if it's on properly. I don't know.
No, I don't. Yeah, I think he's going to play it. I like it. You wouldn't want to be wide, I don't think, but he won't be.
On the back end, this could be a brilliant shot here.
Oh, wide wasn't the ideal. But
What he
it's
had
open
was
now.
good weight, so there's no need to panic. Everything was fine. Reset the head. And now the skips have, 2 feet to draw on.
Yep.
We'll see Brett get down on his forehand.
Yep, Brett has the first opportunity to beat Shelley to it. If he, nails the front toucher? Is that the ideal shot here?
You'd think so. A kill
Even
would
a
be
side toucher.
A kill would be not good. Goodness gracious me.
No, that was never a kill.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I felt good about it. Shelley, though, she's got nothing to lose.
I don't think Brett felt good about it. I like that. Shelley just during a smile. 2-5 down on the card. Let it go.
How's the line?
She's let it go.
I like the line.
Good line.
Here we go. Is it going to stop? That's the question.
That looked good all the way.
What a bowl there from Shelley Jacobs.
Oh, and it's so tempting to whip it off.
Nah, just roll through, do a rolly-through thing.
Well, I guess that's what
Essentially,
I mean by whip it off.
Brett's already played that sort of weight once.
No, he has not.
He was racing.
No, he can go a little bit
Just
more.
do it again.
Go more.
You know, you want 3 rolls on the orange, because even if you get jack movement, it's moving more sideways than back.
Yes.
So you can actually play this with more confidence than you would think.
And I think the jack's pretty well protected.
You'd be unlucky to kill.
I think so.
There is a stand-up on, but we're not going to see it.
No.
Brett on his
I
forehand.
think he's under.
He needs it to hold.
We were just talking about how we'd
Good
be
weight.
unlucky to get the jack, but
good weight.
I think
Well,
with the weight he played, it made sense that
he
it
could have played more
swung.
weight and
Yes.
given himself less chance to get unlucky. But if you got perfect weight, it's not a concern anyway. So a good shot there from Brett.
It was good enough for one, was it?
I think it was, yeah. Denise saying something funny. Maybe just smiling.
We'll see a lot of that, I think.
Is there anything to hit?
Oh,
Front
no.
orange doesn't do anything.
No, she just
Doesn't
needs
do
to draw.
anything. That's boring.
She could make 2 out of this, unless she's already holding one, of course. But if she just sort of catches that outside edge, maybe touches and rolls around.
Yeah, we'll find out. She's let it go with less weight, I reckon.
If the weight's there, the
Oh,
line.
if she's got the weight, it's close. No. I was right the first time.
Oh, who's got shot?
See her pull up just a bit shy.
There'll be a number of Hutt Valley supporters in the crowd cheering for both the teams,
Yeah,
I'd
but
imagine.
what
They'll
a-
be happy.
What a great tournament it's been for Hutt Valley, this Nationals at Porirua. 2 fours finalists, the singles winner.
Well, yeah, they were guaranteed a Hutt Valley winner in the singles.
Kevin and Marie played off for the Bob Malcolm Memorial Trophy. Sorry, it's not a trophy, it's a plate.
I think it's called the Bob Malcolm Memorial Trophy, though.
If it's called the Bob Malcolm Memorial Trophy and it's actually a plate, that is mad. That can't be right.
Maybe it's a tray?
Okay, well, tray makes more sense than
That's a tray.
tray. Yeah, don't
My
go.
apologies.
Don't go spreading misinformation.
I've never won it, you see.
But that's not a conversation that you should be having, Terry. We'll move on. We'll move on. Yeah, we've lost Matthew.
One day, one day.
As we see. Wow. 3-5 is the score.
Oh, look at how solid Marie's going. If that runs out, which I'm sure it will.
Just a bit shy. We've got lovely line. Oh, how good to see this camaraderie between the players.
It's what it's all about.
I feel like even the losers will be happy enough. Because they're club mates and friends.
Yes,
Kevin on the
absolutely.
back end. Got a little bit closer. Marie might be asked to switch here. No, going to stay on her back end. Just back herself to make it to the spot. Fair enough. Nope, she's going for the switcheroo. Called it right eventually.
Good
Line's
green.
good. Do you think Kevin will come down that same way, follow Marie? It looks like it.
Yep, every day of the week.
What's happening in the Masters Fours final, Matthew?
Not sure. The latest update I've had is that it was 4-all after 5 ends, and that was about 5 or 10 minutes ago.
So we see Katie on her forehand. How's the weight? This is close to brilliant. Oh, if she's given the shot away, that's desperately unlucky.
But still okay. It's not the end of the world at the stage of the end. If Lisa gets a bowl in here, it'll sort of turn the head from an orange favoured to a blue favoured head. Didn't quite get inside them. If Katie does the same bowl again,
Oh, don't worry. My mind went on a little tangent, and I thought, why haven't I had any cheese rolls at this Nationals? And then I remembered that we're in Wellington,
yeah.
not the South Island, so that would explain that question.
What has been your go-to food then for the week, if it hasn't been cheese
Well, it hasn't been
rolls?
cheese rolls. We've enjoyed, there was a nice a restaurant called The Burrow.
Oh, the Burrow.
She had a bowler's special, that was pretty cool. Lisa White, good shot there, good bowl. Well, that's one of the cool things about a Nationals. we're here for 8 days. Bowlers are everywhere. You sort of invade the city. You know, everywhere you go, you see someone that you know.
Yes.
And it's just a good time for some food and some drink and some socialising, as well as the bowls that happens during the day.
Little slide.
Great
Didn't
bowl
need
there
it.
from Gary. Good shot. I think you just got to persist on that forehand side. Try and get another one close. As Denise gets down. Close here from Denise Clarkson. Great shot there. Great bowl.
Just about every bowl she's played, she's been nailing the jack.
Oh, there's been, I think Gary and Denise having an absolute monster battle in the 3 position.
Awesome to watch. And by nailing the jack, we just mean drawing a toucher. I know that Matthew Foster and Nathan Trowell had a bit of a miscommunication yesterday. Do you want to fill us in, Matthew?
Yes, so there was definitely some miscommunication there.
Keep
It's all
talking.
good though, we're still qualified.
Would
but
you like to keep talking about the miscommunication?
Okay, so there was 2 bowls, you know, they were going to part, and I thought he said nail it.
He did
but
say nail it.
He did say nail it.
So you didn't think he literally said nail it?
Well,
said
no, he
nail
did
it.
say nail it, so I played.
He nailed it.
Getting a bit defensive over here, sorry. Sorry for everyone watching at home.
So you played through the
So I
slope.
played very good weight.
And
Very-
you hit exactly what you wanted,
Yeah,
how you
played
wanted.
it perfectly. I absolutely nailed it, like you said.
Yeah.
And the jack went flying almost into the commentary box. And my shot, I was very shocked. But still to this day, I think I nailed it. So that's the one.
He's since learned.
Are you still talking to Nathan?
Yes.
Is Nathan still talking to you?
Well, that's actually the better question.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing I tell him is that I told him I nailed the shot.
Yeah.
Because I did.
Well, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I've got some empathy there. I'm still struggling with Farquhar. We played a... I think I already shared the story on commentary. We played something at the Waikato Hall, and he said, roll that bowl 2 rolls. And I said, okay. And I rolled it 2 rolls, and the jack went off the map. It's like I've literally followed the instructions, and I've now killed it. What am I? How can I ever trust anything that you say?
Well, I hope you can trust them in the island pairs.
Oh,
That's for sure.
Oh my good. Well, that's going to be a real concern.
well, while
I'll
we
have to go
were
look.
arguing about communication, Denise has just nailed it again.
By which you mean she's dead wrong.
She's dead drawn it, yes. 2 shots.
Oh,
at
we see
Denise.
Helen Burnley watching. That must be exciting for Helen watching in the stands there on the right of your screen. Watching
So
her daughter
exciting.
Katie.
She must feel like she's in that final, you know.
You'd be playing every bowl, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And it is like that for those in the crowd. You know, when you get in behind the team, you feel like you're right in there with them. You're so invested in their results and how their bowls go. I know I've had that a couple of times this week, watching my fellow Waikato members in the pairs and triples. Yep. Feels like you've won it yourself when you watch your friends and family do it. So. I think Shelley was just a bit tight for what she was after there. It's definitely 1 to blue. Is it 2? I'm not
I
sure.
think it's
But
2 blue. That front blue's in the count.
okay, I'll trust you.
Good eyesight.
There's not much he can do. He can't necessarily improve the head.
Maybe a block.
It's either block or position, right?
Could maybe see that jack squeezing to the middle of the box. That front blue on the backhand, is it?
So you're looking at the blue, blue, orange
What are
Yeah, for
what are
Shelley
talking
there.
about? Oh, for Shelley, yeah.
for Shelley. Yeah.
Second, well, Blue's holding one.
So you think he'll block that?
Maybe he's putting one around the back.
Ah, yeah. So
Always.
position, but still for that shot.
Under the...
I like that shot of yours, Foster, for Shelley. Even if she's tight,
Still
she
get
might
a
pop
result.
one off.
I think that's the
Yeah, look.
go-to shot there.
Looks like they're eyeing it up. Yep,
So,
I think they're talking about the
Gary's
options.
just pointing, and you saw
the waves.
the arm flick, which means nail it.
Nail it. Hopefully plays right weight though. Could get a good result here.
Yeah, I can't
On the
see.
backhand, Shelley Jacobs
I'm excited for this.
looking for the blue, blue, orange. Pop the jack back a little bit. It's going to hit stuff on the way. I think we're going to see 2 oranges when the dust is settled. She's let it go.
It's close.
Needs it to hold.
Like we spoke about, she got that tighter option. It's cut it down to 1.
Great effort there from Shelley Jacobs.
Don't know that Brett will play this bowl. Nope, he's picked it up.
Yeah, see, it's fascinating we had that conversation as well. I quite like
The
both
practice.
the picking up of the bowl, but also the practice bowl. I've started practicing more if I have to throw my bowl away.
I like that.
I quite like it.
I suppose practicing a block, or if you've maybe got a shorter or mid-length end, you might practice drawing to the square.
I usually practice a block now, although I have practiced a block before, and that was somehow used against me later on, but I can't remember how. Maybe opposition also then played the same block, because I taught them as well as I taught me what the mat did on a short one. There's always positives and negatives to anything you do, I suppose, in bowls. So we see Kevin lead off on the forehand.
It's got a nice
Great
line.
shot there from Kevin Crichton. Good bowl.
So Brett Holden's team leads 6-3, played 7. There's only 3 ends to go.
3 ends to go. Yeah, it's been a tight tussle and will continue to be so, I suspect. There's what's her name?
Marie. I think it is spelt. I remember one
I hate to get it
nationals.
wrong.
I'm pretty sure Marcus was saying it should be pronounced Marie, but
Marie.
it is Marie.
Marie Crichton. Lovely lady. Played her on my single section plate.
I had her last year in the singles.
Yeah,
She
nice-
is lovely. They're
nice
both
lady.
lovely.
Great, it's a great group from Hutt Valley. Travel around, you see them at the Napier Easter tournaments.
Oh, look at that. Unless Marie can pull something out of the hat here, I think Kevin might have bragging rights for this end.
Yeah, well, I'd wait and see from the Waifetu Catholic
Do you
Indoor
think-
Bowling Club.
Do you think they'll watch it back together?
I would. Down it comes. Oh, great effort there. Great try. 2 bowls.
You won this end, Kevin?
2 bowls yeah, that were played with good weight.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see. They're probably unlikely to come in helpful because the jack's more likely to move to our right than our left, so that it'd have to get quite dramatically moved. If the jack gets moved and then trailed back to the corner of the square or the spot, maybe then they'll come in useful. I
Oh,
don't
now
know.
I think so. I think if Lisa had, drawn to that shot blue and sort of moved it across, that would have been all it took for it to sort of open up again. And Katie could have come down with the jack.
On
But
the
anyway,
forehand here, she needs good weight. Oh, that was
really
unlucky.
good spot though.
Good shot.
Waiting in the wings now.
Lisa on the forehand.
2
Played
chances.
for New Zealand but doesn't have a national title in the indoor code. I feel like she has one in the outdoor one, but I could be wrong. My brain doesn't remember the outdoor things quite as well as the indoor things.
Be hard to retain it all, I'd imagine.
There's a lot of stuff. And not much going on in the brain. As we see, a reasonable ball there from Lisa, just lifting that blue up and over. So they've got 2 close bowls, 1 short, 1 a little bit past.
Katie could play a similar shot to her first one. I think she likes it. No, maybe not. She just looked interested. I'd go the backhand, Denise. But I suppose it's either way. Yep, that's the one, Brett. That's where the jack's going. Brett saying, don't worry about the forehand.
Must be just drawing some position here.
That's the one. I can understand what Denise was saying. She was potentially looking at just beating them to it. But even if she'd done that, I reckon Gary could have come down and pushed that jack out. So, yeah, that's a good bowl from Denise there.
This is the sort of end that can win your game if you're blue.
Yes.
Or make it very difficult.
Yeah. And for orange, if they can find a way to score 1 here, it'll actually feel like they've scored more than 1 point. Well, they'll be 2 down after 8. But they're going, look, after 4 bowls have been played from each team, we were up a creek without, with one,
Without a paddle?
half a paddle. So they will know that they've had to play really good end to salvage it. So psychologically, the momentum will be with Shelley Jacobs' team.
What weight do you play this? Do you want to sort of ensure that you've got a bowl in the head, or do you just go it? And if you clear the front, you clear the front.
I'll be having a good nibble. I'll be about this weight.
Yeah, I like this weight.
Gary, willing the bowl to hold.
Oh,
willing
he's
it to hold.
so close.
What a shot there. What a bowl.
That was incredible. That's
Absolutely
really
magnificent. How is he so calm? Look at him. Look at his face.
I
It's
think
like, oh, yeah.
he's been doing it all day, I reckon. Shots like that.
Oh, that's just staggeringly good. unbelievable, and how the momentum has changed now.
Oh, we were just talking about how it could be, you know, quite difficult for them
That's
to come back
exactly
from
what
that.
I was saying.
Yep.
You know, like if Blue had been able to hold on and score a bundle there, you know, well, not even psychologically, on the card you're comfortable. Now the psychology is Orange just going, well, you know, we were in big
This
trouble.
is
We
the
know
big swing hand too.
we know we can get out of trouble. We know we can do it.
Oh, that's a reasonable shot to follow up. If he got a thinner edge, he would have wriggled into a slightly better spot.
Good bowl. Great bowl there from Gary. And well done. That's real good.
An extra well done from Shelley on the walk pass.
Oh, rightly so.
Bowl of the end, that's for sure. So far, anyway.
Brett Holden on the backhand looking for a big inside out. Slightly, probably just got the wrong angle on that bowl, I think. Shelley on the backhand wants this bowl to hold.
You want that extra bit of weight.
You want it to hold so you can just use that to then
sit
wriggle.
out, not in, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think Brett needs to play this with a bit more confidence now.
Is he
Bowl
going
or jack?
Bowl or jack, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And the chances are if you swing away from the bowl, you're going to edge the jack to the two blues on your backhand.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be any worse off if you play with that extra, you know, green, weight, confidence, whatever you want to call it.
Brett on the backhand.
I think it's going to duck under.
Look at the weight he played.
Oh.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, that might have brought in that second orange. Not a third though, eh? Just a second. Ooh, yep, just draw to that point, that orange bowl, and that's good enough. That's what Gary's saying.
I think he might have said 3 to Shelley there,
Yeah, I
actually.
wondered that. I was wondering if he signalled 3.
It's going to be drawing for a fourth here.
Wow.
Be 1 up,
It was
2
only-
ends to go.
It was only moments ago that Blue had an incredible head.
Oh, that's the thing, you know.
Oh, that's looking good too. That never looked like missing.
Good shot there.
3 or 4.
We're going to see a number here to the orange team.
All 4, I think. Wow.
What a turnaround that end was.
Incredible.
Was looking very good for Blue.
That could be the end that they all watch back.
9 bowls have been played, and Blue was looking pretty good. Gary popped the jack out to the side. Brett played 2 well-played bowls.
But yeah, they weren't bad balls.
Dropped to 4. So great there from Shelley Jacobs, and she's taken the lead now. 7-6 after 8 ends of the regulation 10 that we will play in this final. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Summerset Retirement Villages for the generous support and sponsorship of this event and of New Zealand Indoor Bowls as an organisation. Always helpful to have people willing to support you. I know that there is indoor bowls at most, if not all, of their villages. Good shot there from Kevin Crichton.
It's worth noting that out of the 4 semi-finals we saw earlier, 3 of them went to an extra end, and the other was all square going into the last end.
Oh, it's been incredibly tight.
That's what you want as a spectator.
If we just go over to the Masters game for a second, Tauranga leads 7-4 after 7 ends.
Thanks for that update.
No problem.
Well, I wonder, because Poverty Bay, they were in a similar position in their semi-final. I think they were 7-1 down, made it back to 7-4, then 7-7, and of course they ended up winning. So do you think they'll do it again, Matthew?
Hopefully they can pull something out of the bag.
Will there be a celebration back home if they win, do you reckon?
Definitely.
Have some
There'd be a happy
have some-
crowd.
Have some brawn to each.
I think there'll be a lot for Poverty Bay to celebrate, you know. Obviously the 2 young guys getting into the island team. You guys won the district challenge as well, so, you know, a result here from Warren. Lots to celebrate.
Lisa White on the backhand. Just let it go. Half decent as we see it break back into the head.
She's got it.
Great shot there from Lisa White. Good bowl.
I think she thought maybe she was a bit heavy, but I like the way she played that.
Katie Burnley on the forehand.
She can hold around it.
Cuts that one.
That
Good
works
shot.
too.
It worked just fine. We'll see Lisa play exactly the same bowl. Trophies in the background. There'll be one there for the Patrons Cup, which is the best performing centre at the Nationals. There'll be the Masters Fours, and also, and it'll be very interesting to see who gets the, it's not called the Robertson Trophy anymore, is it? The Player of the Nationals? Maybe it is called the Robertson Trophy.
Yes, it used to be called the Glenvale Trophy,
yes,
I
that'll
think,
be the
and now
Robertson.
it's the Robertson Cup.
The Robertson Cup will be interesting to see who gets that this year. I think probably Ashley Diamond will be a top contender, having made
Ashley and Cherie,
Ashley
so
and
they
Shrews in
had
semi-finals.
2 semi-finals
What
and
a bowl from
second.
Gary!
Gary is on fire.
Absolutely incredible bowls, and he's just calm. Look how calm he looks.
That's when you know someone's in the zone.
No, I know I wouldn't. I know I wasn't that calm.
Last year there were 4 people that won the Robertson Cup,
Simon, Sean,
and the Lows.
and the Lows.
Oh, they're so consistent. The Low family. Yeah, there were a few people that featured a couple of times over the week. Daniel French had a semi-final in the singles and a semi-final of the triples. Caleb Hope we've seen a couple of times. But yes, I think between Ashley and Cherie, there are 3 placings of 4 events. I know Ashley went better in the singles, but I don't know that he got points from it. What's the point system, Alex? Do you know? I think it's something like
Who knows?
2 points for
Each
every
round.
round you've gone past the 32-ish.
It sounds plausible.
So it could be joint between Ashley and Cherie.
What will he be doing here with his orange bowl? Think he'll be coming under that blue?
Yeah, I think he's done it once. Can he do it again?
He's playing quick, trying to set that blue up tight.
Oh, he'll be happy he connected with the orange, not the blue there. That's actually pretty good for Shelley. What's Denise going to do? I'd be tempted, Alex, to bring that front blue forward.
It looks pretty good, doesn't it? And that's what Denise is saying, you know, get that pretty square. If she's wide and gets the orange and crunches the jack, it's not the end of the world, is it? You'd be unlucky for it to, it's not going to spurt out the side.
No.
The orange crunching into the jack, into the orange and blue is going to be fine. So maybe play that. Nah, the blue's better. Go to the blue square. If you push it wide and it drifts on you, it's fine.
Yep. When I was a junior in North Wellington, I often watched Brett Holden, you know, in the Hutt Valley Open events,
Yeah.
Patterson as well. He was incredible to watch. I haven't really seen him, you know, since being up north, Auckland, Waikato ways. So yeah, it's been really cool to sort of catch up with him, and I see he's playing just as good as ever.
Yeah, classy bowler
Here she comes.
on the back end. Wanting it to get down.
Oh, it's a lovely speed.
She gave that good weight, really. She'll be disappointed that it just sort of, probably that little wobble held it out, I reckon.
Those sorts of shots can be a little bit tricky on this floor. You know, if she took a narrower line, it could have just sort of ducked under. It does have a bit of a hold on that side in particular with weight. Shelley's turn.
It'll be interesting if Shelley does win this. Will Dale Rayner, would she be the only one who's won a 4 skipping?
Yes.
So she'll be the second person ever to.
Actually,
to
yeah, that's
manage that
definitely
feat.
worth noting. You know, not many women skip a 4s team, let alone get this deep.
Dale and Roy and
Oh, that'll do.
the other one won the 4s in Blenheim 2006.
And it would give, you know, Shelley 2 titles
It's good.
at skip. I think that's, yeah, that's really special.
So one orange as it sits, and Brett will probably play. That's changed that shot. You know, he's more likely to play onto the orange, 3 or 4 rolls on the orange now. Close here from
He
Brett
is
Holden.
close.
Great bowl.
It's set up really well for him if he can do something similar again.
Great bowl there. What are you doing, Matthew, if you're the orange team?
orange. It looks like they might need some position there if the jack was to squirt out to the right to that blue there. I think Shelley will just be looking to draw into those blues, try and get one out there.
Yeah, somewhere in between them. Hey.
Yep.
On the backhand is Shelley.
Oh, we talked
Now
about
she's
that
willing
line.
it to hold. You go, hold. Hold up.
Pretty good.
Shots.
Great shot there from Shelley Jacobs, playing
That'll
very well.
do it. Good news for Shelley, scoring on that, was it the third to last end? You know, she can afford to drop a point now, and it will give her last bowl for the final end.
Oh,
I'm
square.
a big fan of that.
Definitely. Makes you feel a bit more comfortable going into that
Yeah.
last end.
Yeah,
And if you don't have to play it, it's a great feeling.
that's right. Obviously, if they were to score here and she doesn't get last bowl, that's okay, because she'll have that 2-point
On the
buffer.
backhand, he's said he doesn't like that one. That hand's not a swinging hand. Oh, sorry, it's not a straight hand, but it does hold a bit if you don't give it a, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it's not one you can back to sort of break back. You push it outside your line, and
Too
Brett
much
will know
weight.
you know that too much. So we see this last end now of the 72nd Summerset National Open Indoor Bowls Fours Championship. Come up pretty quick, really, and it's an 8-6 lead to Shelley Jacobs.
I've just clicked as well. There are 3 women in this team,
Who?
isn't there? Shelley,
Marie.
Yes.
Marie, and Katie. I was
Yep.
about to say Helen. I don't know that there'd be a winning fours team with 3 women.
No, there was one.
Oh,
In about 1963, Les Dunn and 3 women won the fours. Let's have a look and see how close I was.
either way, it's a
Oh,
rare
yeah, I'd take
it's a
your-
rare sight,
I take your point.
and you know, it's great for the game. Women empowerment and all that.
Kevin
here
here might
for
be
it.
bowling his second to last bowl of the final.
It was 1967, I was 4 years off.
Not good enough.
But Les Dunn won with 3
Oh,
others.
shot here from Kevin. He's hungry. He's hungry for the extra end or for the win.
Great shot there from Kevin Crichton. We see Marie down on her forehand now.
You just know that whichever way the result goes here, it'll be hugs all round.
I'd love to see
What
an
a
extra
reply.
end. Great try there.
So close to being perfect.
Same thing again he's saying.
Jordan Keane in the crowd.
Is he looking?
Oh, he seems pretty calm. Might wait till the end of this game, see how he is then. But he has sort of been watching Mum Shelley all day long.
And a good bowl there from Kev.
Oh, that's on a pretty good path.
Good track.
Oh,
Very good
shot,
ball.
Katie. Taking away from those blues.
Just amazing how calm they were looking. It's quite impressive. Lisa on the forehand. Oh, dearie me. It's an underplayed bowl. Should be disappointed with that.
Okay, we're on the wide swing. Can they keep it out wide
If you
enough?
go off the side of the mat, it's fine. Katie on the backhand. She's
It's given it some weight to hold it. It's
no, the first
okay.
one was great.
I think they'll just be happy it didn't sort of roll in that blue, you know. It's not the worst result. Although that's what Lisa will be looking to do now. If she's passed, that's good too.
Giving it half a chance. Has Lisa White. If it holds,
Oh, she gave it more of a chance.
it's a great effort there. Brett going, you're all good.
Bit of a
And
position.
there are opportunities. They just need to change something, though, don't they? Because we don't want that front toucher to stay there if you're blue. Marcus Trillin watching on. winner of the singles. Watching his clubmates, I suspect. Or if not his
Wow.
clubmates, his fellow centre players.
Oh, partner Denise as well.
Yes.
Yep. So she supported him in the singles. He'll be returning the favour now.
Yeah, Gary changing the head a little bit there. I think we're going to see Denise reach through that blue bowl, 3 or 4 rolls.
Another smile from Denise. I told you.
Always smiling. It's great to see.
It's infectious too, you know. I think
Can't say that word nowadays, Terry.
contagious, just as bad. Yeah, I think it sort of flows through her team, you know. The more relaxed Denise is, you know, just sort of flows.
Close here.
Oh, she's so close.
Brett,
Brett, you're
what
ruining
did you
it
get
for
in the
all
way
of
for? Are you
us.
clapping? What happened? I still see a Jack there, so no Jack movement.
Got
Oh
some
no,
position.
I think that did the jack move touch? No, as in like the position of it. Maybe not. Either way, much better for blue. Although here comes Gary. If he's around that front blue,
It's close. Opened it up.
I mean, it was a good bowl. I'm just
we
not
go.
sure. Oh, she's focused.
It's there for the taking.
What's that Eminem song about spaghetti?
Knees weak.
She's close
Oh,
here.
here.
wow.
Great
What a
shot there
bowl.
from Denise Clarkson.
That is why she's a Matte Black.
Sitting with the 2 now, so it's sitting with a drawn game.
What
Matt Black.
Yeah.
What do you think Shelley will look to do here?
Score.
That's great commentary. That's as good as it gets, guys.
That would be the plan,
Ladies
wouldn't it?
Well-
and gentlemen, we've been commentating for 8 days, and we're at a stage where, when asked what they will do, the answer is score.
Well, you know what?
Wow.
Even just cutting it down to 1 would be all right, wouldn't it?
Think she's still on that backhand,
She's
looking for that.
the orange. I mean, probably is, but I mean, you wouldn't want to miss it.
Well, you got 2, you either forehand or backhand, obviously. Don't you criticise my commentary.
Up the middle, a little wobble bowl.
Thank
I
you.
mean, you
Smooth
can't go
drive.
wrong with commentary if you're calling forehand or backhand, right?
No,
I'm just saying
it's
that's-
one or the other.
That's the 2 options.
Good commentating there, Alex. Wouldn't want to get caught wide here, though, pushing those blues into the head.
The gap's okay. She's got the gap or the orange, you know. She's in the...
On the forehand.
Oh, that's not ideal. It's all right, says Gary.
Well,
That's what you want from your 3. No reaction except, you know, positive words.
that's
She's got another bowl to fix it, but what does Brett do?
the stress level is unbelievable now, ladies and gentlemen.
Does he draw in front of that orange? Would
Blue.
you go that close?
2 down last end, holding
the
3. You don't want to block yourself.
I would be tempted to draw to the front
Draw
line
to
of
the
that
point of your
square.
blue. Draw to the point of your blue on your backhand.
Okay. I don't mind it.
Don't
I
want to
was,
don't want to invent a split.
no, I was looking in front of that orange.
This is
by
close
the
here.
spot.
This is close here from Brett if he holds. He needs it to hold and just flopping off that one.
Well,
Oh my goodness gracious me.
that split, blue, orange, just go through the split and hope that it works all right.
Nah, Shelley's like, look, I want to hoof up to that
Oh,
split
that,
there.
yeah, that's a split. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking the blue orange split that Gary just pointed
Absolutely
out on the backhand.
not.
I feel like you've got really aggressive on the commentary in the last minute.
After you laughed at my
All the
score.
short bowls.
I didn't laugh.
Trying to hook them up.
No, that's okay. I think that's the shot. Oh, look, they're still smiling. I love this
We're
game.
going to talk through the plans here. I think Shelley Jacobs is on the forehand. I think she's with good weight. And it's either going to be amazing or it's not going to be amazing. And we're going to know.
It depends if it gets the jack
We're going to know soon.
on the
Well.
under half of it.
Almost think it'll squeeze.
Oh,
Here we go.
and the thing is, Brett still has another bowl to go.
Potentially the last bowl of this final.
Potentially.
Shelley on the forehand. It's on its way. It's on its way.
She's so close.
On its
Close.
way from
She's so
Shelley
close.
Jacobs. What a
Shelley.
ball! What a shot
The
there.
crowd is going wild, ladies and gentlemen.
Could that have gone better?
That is exactly the shot that she was after.
Unbelievably good. She can sit down and be like, look, I have played my little heart out.
I may have given them a third shot, but it was all part of the plan.
Magnificent. Look, Katie Burnley in the background, shaking and wringing her hands.
There is a chance that orange is kind of locked in though.
I think blue can get 2. I'm not sure if they can get 3.
Yeah, so they're looking at that. Yeah, it depends where his bowl kind of ends
Brett
up,
will want
right?
connection here. You know, you're looking for that blue-orange split. More of the orange. Yeah, if you get the orange off the mat.
First?
Orange first, off the mat.
But then still enough weight to sort of sit that
Carry
blue
forward.
over
Here we go,
once,
here we go, here we
right?
go. This is it, last bowl. Potentially the last bowl of this game. Brett on the back end.
Oh, he's narrow.
He's tight. He might get a lucky
lucky.
result.
No, he's too tight.
And not to be. And what
hugs all
what an incredible final we have just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen.
Husband and wife
We
having
see
a hug.
the second woman ever to skip a National Fours team to victory, with Gary Morgan, Katie Burnley and Marie Crichton from the Waifetu Catholic Club, rounding off this wonderful 8 days at the 72nd National Open and Masters Indoor Bowls Championships. Thank you very much, Terry Matthew, for joining me in commentary, and to everyone else, have a great evening and enjoy rewatching the 8 days of coverage. Thank you.
Think new friends in every neighbour. Love the life you choose at Summerset Retirement Villages.